Hello students, welcome once again with the paper of Statistics Part 1 2011 FBISE Federal Board of Intermediate and Secondary Education. Here is the solution of this paper. Now we move on to first question, which is about the MCQs. So first question is that the data which have already been collected by someone are called. Correct option is secondary data. Number 2, the number of 1439500 or 143.9500 rounded off to the nearest tenth one decimal place is the correct option is 144. Third question is weight of earth is correct option is difficult to tell. Fourth question is that budgets of two families can be compared by. Correct option is subdivided rectangles. Fifth objective is that a relative frequency distribution presents frequency in terms of fractions. Correct option is fractions, क्योंकि relative frequency बराबर होती है f divided by sum of f, तो ये fraction के अंदर हम हमेशा present करते हैं. Sixth objective, that if x bar equals to 25, which of the following will be minimum? In fact, this objective is related to the second property of arithmetic mean, in which sum of x minus x bar square is less than sum of x minus a or pm square. So, according to that property, if mean is 25, then sum of x minus 25 square will be minimum. Seventh objective, that harmonic mean for any two positive numbers a and b is, it is always equals to 2ab divided by a plus b. So correct option is B. Eighth objective, to compare the variation of two or more than two series, we use coefficient of variation. In a symmetrical distribution, if Q1 equal to 4, Q3 for quartile 3 equals to 12, then median is correct option is 8. The first three moments of a distribution about the mean x bar are 1 for 0. It means that three moments are, first moment is 1, second moment is 4 and third moment is 0. The distribution is symmetrical. The distribution is positively skewed if option 1 arithmetic mean is less than mode, arithmetic mean is greater than mode, arithmetic mean is greater than median. So both B and C, because in positive skewness arithmetic mean is always greater than median and median is greater than mode. So B and C both are correct options. So both B and C is the right choice. Objective 12 is dash method is uses quantities consumed in the base period when computing a weighted index. So correct option is less pairs. Objective 13, prices used in the construction of consumer price index number are dash prices. Correct option is retail. Objective 14, the mean of 10 observation is 10. All observation is increased by 10%. The mean of the increased observations shall be 11. क्योंकि 10 ऑब्जर्वेशन का मीन 10 है, तो अगर तमाम ऑब्जर्वेशंस 10% इंक्रीज हुई हैं तो सिंपली जो मीन है वो भी 10% इंक्रीज होगा. तो 10 का 10% होगा 1, तो 10 plus 1 equals to 11. Objective 15 is that if all the actual and estimated values of y are the same on the regression line, the sum of squares of errors will be 0. Correct option is 0. Objective 16, that the value of the coefficient of correlation lies between, it is the property or the basic introduction of correlation that it always ranges between -1 to +1. So correct option is C. Last objective, that in time series a business cycle has 4 phases. Correct option is 4 phases. Now we come to the section B, question number 1, differentiate between descriptive and inferential statistics. Simply in descriptive statistics, we present our data in the form of graph, charts, tables, and also measures of central tendency is also called descriptive statistics. Whereas in inferential statistics, we study the population or or hypothesis, or we can say that in inferential statistics we study the inference. Question number 2, that what are the function of statistics? Statistics plays a vital role in every fields of human activity. Statistics has important role in determining the existing position of per capita income, unemployment, population growth rate, housing, schooling, medical facilities, etc. in a country. Now, statistics hold a central position in almost every field like industry, commerce, trade, physics, chemistry, economics, mathematics, bio, botany, psychology, astronomy, etc. So, application of statistics is very wide. Question number 3, that what are the common types of frequency distribution? There are 5 common types of frequency distribution: grouped frequency distribution, ungrouped frequency distribution, cumulative frequency distribution, relative frequency distribution, and cumulative frequency distribution. It appears 2 times. There are in fact 4 types of frequency distribution: group, ungroup, cumulative, and relative. Differentiate between histogram and histogram. Histogram is a graph of frequency distribution in which class boundaries with suitable width is taken on x-axis, whereas respective frequencies are taken on y-axis. So histogram के अंदर हम x-axis के ऊपर class boundaries लेते हैं और y-axis के ऊपर frequency लेते हैं, जबकि in histogram relative frequencies are shown in the shape of adjacent rectangular bars, whereas graph of time series or historical series is called histogram. Question number 5, a given stock was purchased at the following prices at various times: 20 shares at rupees 820 per share, 20 shares at the rate of 820 per shares, total price will be 164, 100 shares at rate of 10.90, so 100 multiplied by 10.90 equals to 1090, 50 shares at rupees 9.40, 50 multiplied by 9.40 equals to 470, and 200 shares at rupees 7.80, which will become 1560. Find the mean cost per share. So 3284 total price that we are paying to buy all these shares, and total shares are 370. So simply divide this and take the mean. 3284 divided by 370 and equals to 8.87. So average we are paying 8.87 rupees or dollars per share. So mean cost price per share is 8.87. Question number 6, the mean and geometric mean of 3 numbers are 7 and 4 respectively. Find all the 3 numbers if mean of 2 numbers is 10. First of all, if there are 2 numbers and mean of 2 numbers is 10, then it will be equals to a plus b divided by 2 equals to 10. And through this equation, it will become a plus b equals to 20, and finally b will be equals to 20 minus a. Now we come to the first part of the question, in which he is saying that the mean and geometric mean of 3 numbers are 7 and 4. Mean of 3 numbers is 7. So a plus b plus c divided by 3 equals to 7. And we can say that a plus b plus c equals to 21. 7 multiplied by 3. And finally we can say that c equals to 21 minus a minus b. And geometric mean is equals to 4. So if there are 3 values, we take the under root of ABC and we place 3 here, and it will become equals to 4. And ABC will be equals to 64. So take equation 1 and 2 and get C. So equation 1 is a plus b equals to 20. Equation 2 is a plus b plus c equals to 21. So here are 2 equations. We just change the sign and cancel a and b, and c will become C will become equals to 1. So if C is 1, then AB is equals to 64. AB equals to 64. A will be equals to 20 minus, because B is equals to 20 minus A, and it will become 64 because ABC equals to 64, and AB equals to 64, and it will become 20A minus A square equals to 64 equals to 0. So we can say that A square minus 20A plus 64 equals to 0. Or here we can solve this through quadratic equation or simply factorization. So ABC will be equals to 16, 4 and 1. A will be equal to 16, B will be equal to 4 and C will be equal to 1. Question number 7. What are the desirable qualities of a good average? It should be easy to calculate. It should be clearly defined by a mathematical formula. It should not be affected by extreme values. It should be based on all the observations. It should be capable of further mathematical treatment, and it should have simple stability. Question number 8 is that the first 4 moments about x equals to 17.5 of a distribution are 0.3, 74 and 45 and 1 to 125. Find whether the distribution is leptokurtic or platykurtic. So here the solution is that we take B square B2, which is equals to moment 4 divided by moment 2 square. So moment 4 is 1 to 125 and moment 2 is 74. So 74 square 5476 and result will be 2.21. Since beta 2 is less than 3, so the distribution is platykurtic. Given number of children 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and number of families 4, 7, 14, 22, 12 and 6. Calculate median, mode, quartile 3 and decile 7. So first of all, it is a type of discrete data. So we have an option to calculate the median, mode, quartile, decile through discrete method. So in case of median, first of all we will take cumulative frequency 4, 4 plus 7, 11, 11 plus 14, 25, 25 plus 22, 47 and so on. And median is equals to n plus 1 divided by 2. Sum of f is equals to 65, or we can find through this value. It is always equals to sum of f. So 65 plus 1 divided by 2 equals to 33. Falls in cumulative frequency of 47. 33 falls in 47 of cumulative frequency. In front of 47, x is 3, so median will be 3. In case of mode, maximum frequency is 22, so in front of 22, x is 3, so mode will be 3. In case of quartile 3, 3n plus 1 divided by 4. We take this formula 3n plus 1 divided by 4, in which we just put the values 3, n equals to 65 plus 1 divided by 4 equals to 49, and 49 falls in the cumulative frequency of 59, and in front of 59 x is 4, so quartile 3 is 4. And in case of decile, 7n plus 1 over 10, 7 multiplied by 65 plus 1 over 10, 45.6, falls in cumulative frequency of, it is 45.6. Let me confirm this, either it is 45.6 or not. 7 multiplied by 65 plus 1 divided by 10, 45.6. So 45.6 falls in cumulative frequency of 47. not 59. So decile 7 will be 3, not 4. Question number 10 is that given n1 equals to 15, n2 equal to 25, n3 equal to 40. First mean is 15.8, second mean is 22.5, third mean is 30.2, and S1 is 2.45, or we can say that standard deviation 1 is 2.45, standard deviation 2 is 4.65, and standard deviation of 3 equals to 7.28. Compute combined coefficient of variation. For the calculation of combined coefficient of variation, first of all, we should have combined mean. And there are three values, n1, n2, and n3. So combined mean, which is the third property of arithmetic mean, will be equal to n1 multiplied by x bar 1 plus n2 x bar 2 plus n3 x bar 3 divided by n1 plus n2 and 3. After putting the values into the formula, combined mean is 25.09. Now we apply the combined variance formula. The formula is that n1 multiplied by first variance plus first mean minus combined mean square, and we just remember this part of the formula and just replace 1, 2 and 3. Once again, here it will become n2, and here it will become n3, and here it will become second variance, and here it will become third variance, and here it will become second mean, and it will become third mean here, and divided by n1 plus n2 plus n3. It is a long formula, and it is a short way to remember this formula, that you just need to learn or remember this formula and just replace 1 by 2 and 3 consecutively. And after putting the values in the formula, combined variance will be 65.71. And when you get the combined variance, after taking that variance, just take the under root of combined variance, and here as an answer of combined standard deviation 8.10. Now combined coefficient of variation will be combined standard deviation divided by combined mean, and answer will be 0.322. Because coefficient of variation is always equals to standard deviation divided by mean multiplied by 100. So combined coefficient of variation will also be equal to combined standard deviation divided by combined mean multiplied by 100. Here multiply by 100 is not taken. You can just simply multiply this 0.322 with 100, and the answer will be 32.2. Question number 11, that what will be the standard deviation and the variance in each of the following cases. First of all, 2x, then x plus 2, then 2x plus 4, and variance of x equals to 25. So in case of 2 variance of 2x, it will be equals to 2 variance of x, and variance of x is 25. So after putting the value, it will become 50, and standard deviation is the under root of that 50, that will be equals to 7.05. X plus 2, it means variance of x plus variance of plus 2. So variance of x will be 25, and plus 2 27, and take the under root, it will become 5.19, and 2x plus 4. So 2 variance of x plus 4, 2 variance of x is 4 equals to 54, and take the under root 7.34. Compute chain index taking 1920 as base for the following data. So here 1920 to 1930, and here are the values. To compute the chain index, first of all we will have to calculate the link relatives. Link relative is equals to Pn divided by Pn minus 1 multiplied by 100. Pn stands for current price. Pn minus 1 equals to previous time period price. For the first period we take link relative equals to 100 and chain index also equals to 100. After that, current price 116, previous 100 multiplied by 100 equals to 116. For 1922, current price 120 divided by previous price 116 multiplied by 100 equals to 103.44, and so on. And chain index is always equals to previous chain multiplied by current link relative divided by 100. For first time period, chain is 100. For second time period, previous chain is 100 multiplied by current link relative is 116 divided by 100, and the result is 116. And the next period, previous chain is equals to 116 multiplied by current link relative is 103.44 divided by 100, and chain is 119.99, and so on. What are the important uses of index number? Index number are used in the fields of commerce, meteorology, labor, industrial, etc. Index number measures fluctuations during intervals of time, group of differences of geographical positions, of degrees. यहाँ पे मैंने काफ़ी डिटेल के साथ दे दिया है, लेकिन शॉर्ट क्वेश्चन है तो आप अपनी मर्जी के साथ कोई से भी 4-5 पॉइंट्स इसके अंदर आप लिख सकते हैं. Question number 14 is given the following information: sum of P1 Q0 41140, sum of P0 Q0 equals to 35310, sum of P0 Q1 equals to 40048, sum of P1 Q1 equals to 46707. Compute base year weighted and current year weighted price index number. Simple. Less pairs और fastest के index number हमने calculate करने हैं. Less pairs is equals to sum of P1 Q0 divided by sum of P0 Q0 multiplied by 100. Just simply put these values into the formula and you will get the answer 116.51. In fastest index number, the formula is sum of P1 Q1 divided by sum of P0 Q1 multiplied by 100. Just put the values into the formula and you will get the answer. What is meant by regression? Regression examines the relationship between one dependent variable and one or more independent variables. Regression shows the effect of one unit change in an independent variable on the dependent variable. Or simply it is a measure of statistics which calculates the strength of relationship between one dependent and one independent or more than one independent variables. Question number 16. Given n equals to 10, sum of dx is minus 8, sum of d of y is 0, sum of d x square equals to 66, dy square equals to 99, sum of dx dy is 72. Find correlation coefficient and regression coefficient beta x on y and beta y on x. Here are the formulas given here, and after putting the values into the formulas you can solve or calculate all these three. Differentiate between signal and noise. A variation in any time series caused by sequence of systematic components is called signal, whereas a variation in any time series caused by a sequence of unsystematic components is called noise. अगर तो वेरिएशन है सीक्वेंस के अंदर सिस्टमैटिक कंपोनेंट्स की वजह से तो उसको हम सिग्नल बोलेंगे, और अगर तो वेरिएशन है सीक्वेंस में बाय अ सीक्वेंस ऑफ अनसिस्टमैटिक कंपोनेंट्स उसको हम नॉइज बोलेंगे. क्वेश्चन नंबर 18. फिट अ स्ट्रेट लाइन to the following results for the years 1951 to 58, both inclusive. Sum of x equals to 0, sum of y 2861.1, sum of x square 168, sum of x y 2 to 1 5.5 also compute trend values। पहली बात कि अगर यहाँ पे आप रिग्रेशन का फार्मूला भी लगाएंगे y hat equal to a plus bx in which alpha equals to y bar minus beta x bar and beta equals to sum of xy minus n x bar y bar divided by sum of x square minus n x bar whole square, तो फिर भी आंसर यही आएगा। लेकिन हमें कैसे मालूम हो कि ये टाइम सीरीज का क्वेश्चन है? टाइम सीरीज के क्वेश्चन में सम ऑफ एक्स हमेशा 0 होगा। तो टाइम सीरीज के केस के अंदर ये फार्मूला बन जाएगा बीटा इक्वल टू सम ऑफ एक्स वाई डिवाइड बाय सम ऑफ एक्स स्क्वायर एंड अल्फा इक्वल्स टू सम ऑफ वाई ओवर एन। सो सिंपली जस्ट पुट द वैल्यूज इनटू द फार्मूलाज and you can get the regression line, that is 357.6375, that is alpha, plus 13.1875, that is beta x। अब ट्रेंड वैल्यूज कैलकुलेट करना बहुत आसान है। इस इक्वेशन को ले लें और x की वैल्यूज को बीच में पुट करते जाएं 951 to 58। सो 1951 to 58 सबसे पहले हम x की वैल्यूज की कोडिंग करेंगे। सो 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 इवन डाटा है। मिड की दो वैल्यूज में ऊपर की तरफ -1 नीचे की तरफ +1 और फिर दोनों साइड्स पे 2 2 ऐड करते जाएं -3 -5 -7 एंड इन द डाउन साइड जस्ट ऐड अप द डिफरेंस ऑफ 2 +3 +5 एंड +7 and after putting the values of x in this equation we can get the trend values। Next question, that find 4-year moving average centered from the following data। So first of all, here are the years, here are the values। It is the case of 4-year moving centered average। So we just skip 2 values from downside and 2 from upper side, and in the mid of the next subsequent values we just add up the total of 45 plus 88 plus 65 plus 59 equals to 257। Now we will skip one value and 88 plus 65 plus 59 plus 95 equals to 307। Now we will skip one more value। Remaining values are 65, 59, 95 and 81, 300। Now we will skip 65 and sum of these four values will be 1023। After that we will get the sum of two values, 257 plus 307 564, 307 plus 300 607, 300 plus 1023 equals to 1323। and now we just divide these values by 2। 564 divided by 2 is equals to 70.5। 607 divided by 4 75.875 and 1323 divided by 4 equals to 165.375। let me confirm this। Sorry, it will be divided by 8। in fact हमको यहाँ पे इसके दो मेथड्स हैं। एक मेथड ये है कि आप इधर ही इसके नेक्स्ट कॉलम के अंदर इसकी एवरेज ले लें और फिर उसकी एवरेज को हम दो को सम करके इधर लिखते जाएंगे और फिर उसका हाफ जो है वो 4 ईयर सेंटर्ड मूविंग एवरेज। लेकिन हमने चूंकि शॉर्ट मेथड यूज किया है सो ना हमने यहाँ पे एवरेज ली है तो हम उस एवरेज को भी यहाँ पे मिला देंगे। तो ये 564 डिवाइडेड बाय 8 हो जाएगा, डबल हो जाएगा 4 पे नहीं। इसी तरह 607 डिवाइड बाय 8 हो जाएगा। इस तरह 1323 डिवाइड बाय 8। नाउ वी कम टू द सेक्शन सी, कैलकुलेट मीन डेविएशन फ्रॉम मीडियन कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ वेरिएशन फ्रॉम द फॉलोइंग फ्रीक्वेंसी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन। 9.3 to 9.7, 9.8 to 10.2 and so on, or here is the frequency। Now first of all we take the class boundaries। हम क्लास बाउंड्रीज को कैसे लेंगे, 9.8 माइनस 9.7 डिवाइडेड बाई 2। जो रिजल्ट आए उसको इस साइड से हमने माइनस करना है और इस साइड पे ऐड करना है, तो इट विल बिकम 9.25 एंड इट विल बिकम 9.75, 9.75 10.25, 10.25 10.75, so 9.8 minus 9.7 divided by 2, and the answer will be subtracted from the left side and added to the right side. Because class boundaries are not given here, and how can we know that class boundaries are not given here? Simply analyze this. These are not equal. So if these are not equal, it means that we will have to calculate class boundaries first. After that, remember formulas. If you know the formulas, all this calculation is nothing. First of all, arithmetic mean is x bar equals to sum of fx over sum of f. So here we need x. So how can we calculate x? Simply add up these two values and divide by 2, add up these two values, divide by 2, add up these two values and divide by 2. 9.5, 10, 10.5, 11, 11.5, 12, 12.5 and 13, and difference of all these values is considered as h, which we use here in calculation of median. Here you can see that difference is 0.5, and now we calculate f and x, multiply f multiply by x. 9.5 multiply by 2, 10 multiply by 5, 10.5 multiply by 12 and so on, and sum of fx is equals to 665.5 and sum of f equals to 60. So after putting the values into the formula, mean is 11.09. Now we come to the median, L plus h over f n over 2 minus c. How can we locate the class in which we will solve the median? Simply calculate this portion, n by 2. N is equals to 60, and 60 divided by 2, 30, and 30 we will find 30 here in cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency is already learned in the previous short question. Simply take first frequency here and add the coming frequency into the previous total. 2 plus 5 equals to 7, 7 plus 12 equals to 19 and so on. And n by 2 or 60 by 2 equals to 30. 30 is located here in 36. So this will be the model class and C will be 19. So L is lower class boundary 10.75, H is 0.5. We already discussed that X is the difference of X values. F is 17, N by 2 is 30 and C is 90. So after putting the values into the formula, we get the median 11.07. After that, standard deviation is sum of fx square over sum of f minus sum of fx over sum of f whole square under root. Just simply put the values into the formula and the standard deviation is 0.757. Now we need to calculate mean deviation from median. The formula for mean deviation from median is sum of f x minus median divided by median. And these two lines means that we ignore the minus sign. So median here is 11.07. So what is the formula? X minus median, f multiplied by x minus median. So first of all, x minus median, it means 9.5 minus 11.0507, 10 minus 11.07, 10.5 minus 11.07 and so on. And then we multiply all these values with respective f. 3.14, 5.35, 6.84 and so on. And sum of f x minus median is equals to 34.34. And we just now put these values into the formula and mean deviation from median is 3.10. Coefficient of variation is equals to standard deviation divided by mean multiplied by 100. We already have all these calculations, so just put these value into the formula, and coefficient of variation is 6.82. Question number 4 is construct consumer price index for 1980 on the basis of 1978 using aggregative method and family budget method. So first of all, we just tally these two columns कि इनके स्केल्स बराबर हैं कि नहीं. अगर स्केल्स बराबर नहीं है तो स्केल्स बराबर करें पहले. We must equalize the scales. One mound consists on 40 kg and per seer is a local language here which means 1 kg. So unit of price is per kg and quantity consumed is given in mounds. One mound is equivalent to 40 kg. So 6 multiplied by 40. Here quantity will be 240. After that, scale is per mound, quantity is per mound. So there is no need to convert. Here is mound. This scale is okay, this scale is okay, this scale is okay. So one differentiation which was here and we corrected. And now quantity is given here, price of 1970 given here, price of 1980 given here. So first price is considered as base price and next price is considered as current price or PN, and it is considered as Q naught. So after that we just remember the formulas. Aggregative method of CPI equals to the less pairs index number, which is sum of P1 Q naught over sum of P naught Q naught multiplied by 100, and we just here calculate first of all P1 Q naught. P1 column is this and Q naught column is this, so 6.5 multiplied by 240 and 40 multiplied by 10, 90 multiplied by 3 and so on, and all these values, and their sum is 3300. Sum of P naught Q naught, we just simply multiply these two values and the sum is 2850. After putting the values, answer is 115.78. Now we come to the CPI method. Here it is equals to sum of WI over sum of W, where P naught Q naught is equals to W, so that is equals to 2850, and WI, here we calculate I first. I is equals to P1 over P naught multiplied by 100. For first row P1 is 6.5 and P naught is 6 multiplied by 100 equals to this value. For this row P1 is 40 and P naught is 35. 40 divided by 35 multiplied by 100 equals to this value, and so on. And sum is 742 plus 61905. And sum of WI, we just simply multiply these two values and take the sum, that will be equals to 330000. After putting the values, the answer is 115.78. Question number 5. The following table shows the ages X and systolic blood pressure Y is given here of 12 women. Number 1, compute regression line of Y on X and X on Y. Number 2, compute coefficient of correlation between X and Y, and show that the correlation coefficient is the geometric mean of two regression coefficients. So first of all, here some calculations, those are needed for the calculation of correlation and regression, and that is we need mean of X, we need mean of Y. Mean of X equals to 628 divided by 12, 52.34. Mean of Y will be equals to 1684 divided by 12, 140.34. Similarly, we need the standard deviation of X and standard deviation of Y. We already discussed and solved in previous questions, so the formula is given here. Just simply put the values into the formula and we can take the standard deviation of x and standard deviation of y. After the calculation of these four, now we come to the first of all correlation. Correlation, the easiest way to calculate the correlation coefficient is here sum of xy over n minus mean of x multiplied by mean of y divided by standard deviation of x and standard deviation of y. We already calculated these values, so just simply put the values into the formula and correlation coefficient is 0.89. Here we calculated first correlation of coefficient, because now it will become very easy for us to calculate the regression coefficients of x on y and y on x. Regression coefficient x on y equals to correlation coefficient multiplied by standard deviation of x divided by standard deviation of y. Simply put the values into the formula and answer is 0.7031. Regression coefficient y on x, just we replace or alter the formula, correlation coefficient multiplied by standard deviation of y or standard deviation of x. So simply we put the values into the formula and answer is 1.12852. So regression equation y on x is here, y minus y bar equals to beta y on x multiplied by x minus x bar. Simply put the values into the equation and we can solve very easily. Y bar is 140.34, x bar is 52.34, beta y on x is 1.12852. So simply we calculate or simplify this equation and finally it is equals to 81.27 plus 1.12852x. Similarly, regression equation x on y will become x minus x bar divided by beta x on y multiplied by y minus y bar. Simply put the values into the equation and you can get the answer that it is equals to minus 46.33 plus 0.7031y. And now we have two regression coefficients, 0.7031 and 1.12852. And when we multiply these two and take the under root, it will become 0.89 and it is the correlation coefficient. Now we will tally this with the calculation of correlation which we did before, and that is equals to 0.89 and 0.89. So here was the solution of 2011. The paper is lengthy, so stay calm and relaxed and just practice this paper and wait for the next coming paper soon. Thank you.